Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series. And today we'll be doing a sort of a random sketch here just because it's been a while. Well, not really. It's been like 6 days since my last post. Horrifying. And I want to make these sessions daily as well. But the thing is, I always struggle with what exactly should I be, sketching, drawing, and whenever I have my own personal doodle sessions, it always ends up like this where I'm just sketching a bunch of random strokes, right? And sometimes I use color, sometimes I use grayscale, but eventually, it's happening again. Eventually it becomes like this. You can see what's happening right now. Do you see this eye here, right? This indication of an eye. It's another, Evangelion? Or something. It looks kind of, just watch the Evangelion series or just search it online and you'll know what I mean. I really like that reptilian bionic mecha kind of look. I really want to do more of a deep dive sometimes because I can get the gist of it, right? I can be very gestural with it, but the moment I try to define the edges, it just ends up looking so... I know the neck is here, right? It's thicker. It's always like this for some reason. And whenever you're because I know for me, even though I struggle with what exactly I should be drawing or sketching or painting, I think the body wants what it wants. It sounds kind of anyway. And for me, I think it's just these ones. I mean, I want to improve, like for example, my anatomy, especially like doing fan art, anime sort of characters. It's really my thing. I'm so interested, but I'm just not making time for it, And I also have like natural inclinations like this one. So, I mean, on the side or behind the scenes, I am trying to do a project where it's not, where I want to focus on just one series. Now, I don't want to share too much because, there's this thing that if you share your goals, like you're less likely to do it just because somewhere in the back of your mind, it feels like you've accomplished the thing, but it's really the satisfaction of saying it or sharing it to someone else. So it's not a real sort of win. It's just you fooling your own mind, right? Now, this one looks like a fish, right? Let me just show you. I'm going to lasso this whole head. I'll copy it. B, Control T, kind of like this. I'm gonna hit C. Oh shit. I'm gonna hit C, crop it to the side or extend it to the side. Maybe you can see it if you watch like National Geographic or any kind of nature videos. Like there's a fish that looks like this without this part. Holy shit, right? Where its forehead is so like round. Very interesting fish. If you're lost and you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's kind of a you issue. But if you've seen enough like nature videos, you know what I mean. I'm not even sure what fish it's called, but it's a very weird looking big round forehead fish. Look at that. Yeah, so anyway, it's always the Evangelion thing for some reason. And I think one of my biggest inspirations is check out a guy named John Wallen Liberto. Especially he does a lot of Jaeger's like based on the Pacific Rim series. They're also mecha, but he has these sketches of Evangelion, and it's just so inspiring. It's so loose too. Like he's just drawing like very loose lines. Like you can still see the loose sketch line work. It's not even line work. It's more of a gestural sort of thing. And then he does like varying up his brushes too, meaning it's not just a round brush. He likes using a bunch of halftone brushes, some mixer brushes. It's very playful and I do like it. If you zoom out, you can kind of tell, but if you zoom in, you see, that's the issue. I just need to, really put my balls where my mouth is, What? You know what I mean? It's like, look at that. Very interesting sketch. And if you're struggling, just use grayscale. Colors are nice here and there, but they can be intimidating, right? And use one brush. As much as I love my brushes, by the way, if you want to have my brushes, you can check it in the link below, right? As much as I love them, to be honest, guys, I think it helps, especially if you don't know what to do, what to draw, what to paint, to simplify your brushes. For me, I think at this point, whenever you have a session, just start with just literally one. It could be the basic round brush, the default one, whether on Photoshop, Clip Studio Paint, right? I think it really helps people like me who are so easily distracted. Like once you have a stable system with one brush, like you know what to paint with one brush, then you expand to other brushes. You can focus on the whole variety thing when you have a valid. Focus on validity. Ooh, wow, I'm such an educator. Validity. Before variety. Oh yeah. Fuck, genius. Teacher. Validity means your idea should be valid. Once it's there, once you have a nice sort of a system going where you can jot the fundamental idea down, then you can focus on being a bit more playful with your illustration style, right? Now again, in theory, it's nice. Will I actually start doing it? Who knows? And what's cool here is I do recommend painting in just one layer. As you can see me now, I'm just painting over my mistakes. For example, if I want to erase a part, I'll just hit the background, as you can see. Color pick the background, the white background, and then just do that. It's much faster for me. Not all artists do this. Some do. They're usually the kinds of artists that I vibe with because it's more raw. It's more natural for me. And yeah, that's also another thing. Do what's natural for you. If you feel like you're going beyond what you're comfortable with, chances are you're not making use of your natural sort of movements. It's kind of like denying the fact that you're right-handed. If you're right-handed, why would you purposely use your left hand when it's not your natural sort of thing, right? Yeah, guys like John Wall and Liberto, even what's his name? Ahmed Al-Duri. He has a very sort of playful, impressionistic style where, and the brush variety is definitely there, where they just like playing around and see? Let me just work on this fish a little bit. I'm not even sure where the fins are. I know it doesn't really have teeth out. It's more of like it has a fat set of lips. Oh, my brain, by the way, it's so gooned out. Like I don't even know how to, because you know, sometimes I look at online and a lot of, not all, but people are concerned with like the mental state of their future partners, right? And right now, I'm just not in that stage where, you know, I really want to get this career thing going, right? So I'm not there yet, but with the amount of damage my gooning has done to my brain, I don't even know if I'll be a suitable partner, you know? Like a long-term partner. So that's kind of a concern for me, but right now I'm just letting things be as it may, you know? Hopefully my future wife will be forgiving, right? Hopefully I'm so successful that they'll kind of forget the part that I'm pretty much gooned out to oblivion. Where's the fin? Is it right here? Is it? Oh my god. Right? But it doesn't matter because the point is you can always paint over your mistakes, right? I forgot what this fish is called. By the way, if you know, bruh, hopefully some of you know what kind of fish this is. But it's definitely a fish. I'm not making this up. Right? It's a fat fish with a big, round, circular forehead, right? Well, those are really voluptuous lips. You know what I mean? Horrifying, as you can see. Yeah, the point is I just want to get back to just drawing more, sketching, because, you know, it takes a while to find a proper system, a proper schedule. And it takes some trial and error to find what works for you, what works for your goals. It's not always about your goals, it's about how well it works with your other activities. Like what you're doing is not isolated to just that one thing, you know? Yeah. And I think most important for me is the habits. I just want to be consistent at this, right? Even if it's not a full painting, I just want to show up every day. Because I think that's the biggest thing to do. It's not focusing on creating one painting, but developing the habit of creating art every day. Ooh, right? I think that's way more valuable than just one solid painting. And I'm actually doing something that I love. Sometimes you overthink love. Oh, wow, expert, right? Like this is something we love, right? But sometimes we just overthink things to the point of just bipolar sort of results. Like we look and sound bipolar. I haven't been adding much detail to this. That's because I don't have reference. Ugh, that's always, it's a common theme in my channel whenever I do these sort of sessions. The admission that I just don't use reference. Jeez. We'll do this. See? Like I'm not using an eraser, I'm just using the same brush and selecting the white from the background. And you can tell the gesture is there, but the structure is just non-existent. You know, you can see the traps over here, right? And using just one brush helps you to focus on the main idea. In this case, it's going to be like the gesture. Right? And I want to be able to add more details to stuff, but hopefully the idea here is this. I keep doing this and day by day, I'll just add one more thing and make just one more slight adjustment. And then over time, I can sort of naturally note the apostrophes there. Is it an apostrophe? Fuck. Yeah, I will hopefully over time, all of the minor changes I've made day by day will compound into a more detailed kind of thing. Because I want to make these, obviously not just the head, I want to make the full body thing in different positions with obviously a bunch of detail that looks cool. Shit, who will I link? Okay, I think I mentioned, what's his name? John Wallen Liberto and Ahmed. I was gonna say Adam Duff. Ahmed Alduri. Liberto. So these are two guys that are kind of like, I'm feeling them a bit, you know? What? Right? Okay, and I'm not even sure how long these sessions ought to go. But you know what? I think I'll stop here. Wow. Because I don't want to push myself, because if I'm going for 30 minutes-ish, plus minus, I think it may look good, but eventually I'll drop off. For example, in the past few episodes of this playlist or this series, I was able to do like 4 1-hour episodes, but I'm not saying I can't do that, but I need to build the habit of... Okay, here's one more advice. It's an idea from... It's a channel called Red Delta Project. He's a fitness channel, and one of his takeaways was to adjust the intensity but keep the consistency. Let me just write it down. Adjust... Shit, I'm so zoomed out. Adjust the intensity, meaning how hard you go day by day, intensity, and then keep the consistency. Am I spelling it? Consistency. So the point is, you go things day by day, right? You pretty much do things almost every day. But some days you'll be more energized, so obviously it's going to be more, right? But in some days you're not going to feel as good, so you're going to have to do less, right? When it comes to consistency, that's just doing it every day or close to every day, right? Meaning you're not trying to break the chain. You want to keep it going. You want to keep that momentum going. But if today you're not feeling super good, then just do less of what you normally would. For example, if I'm so tired, let's say I usually do, I don't know, 25 to 30 minutes sort of art session, sketch session, study session. If I'm not feeling really good that day, then 5 minutes is, if I can only do 5 minutes, then that's it. You know, don't try to overdo it. Don't try to beat yourself up. Just make sure you still do it. Reduce the intensity on that day when you suck, but focus on keeping that consistency. So even if your days go like this where it goes up and down, the point is that line keeps going forward, right? Whoa, genius. So that's a quick takeaway for you. And yeah, hopefully this video helps in some way, and I'll really try to actually be dominant in this thing, because I don't feel good when I only do these like once a week or twice a week. It has to be an everyday thing, because it feels wrong to not do it. So yeah, that's it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.